Hey, what's up, everybody? The time has finally come to talk about this showdown slate. So we'll look at the $2.5 million showdown for Draftkings, and then we'll also look at Fanduel because Fanduel has their own big contest. It's 200K to first. So we'll start off on Draftkings. Right now, it's Tuesday at 11:24. We don't have the status of DeMarcus Cousins except that he's questionable. We know that Kevin Durant is already out, so that's big. But until we know the status of DeMarcus Cousins, it's kind of hard to make definitive statements on which direction you want to go. If we get the DeMarcus Cousins news like Wednesday or Thursday morning, I'll probably make an update video. But right now, I'm assuming that he's not going to play, or that if he does play, he's going to play like 20-ish minutes. So there's a lot of different ways you can go at the captain spot. I think you're either going to want to pay up for like a Kawhi Leonard or a Draymond Green or Steph Curry, or you're going to want to go all the way down and pay and play like one of these cheapies at captain so you can get all the higher priced guys in the lineup. So I prefer to do the latter approach with paying down at captain, but I just want to show you guys how it looks if you pay up for Kawhi Leonard at captain. You only have, right there, you're down to 6,400 left, and you have a bunch of high priced studs that you really want to play. So if you play Kawhi at captain, then you play Draymond Green, and then you want to probably play one more stud, and that stud will probably be like maybe Kyle Lowry. You're down to 4,600 left. That means you're missing out on at least one of the other high-priced guys like Steph Curry or Siakam or Klay Thompson. So if you do something like this, then you're gonna have to go with like Looney, go with Powell, and then you have 5,500 left. So you probably go with like Fred VanVleet. So it is pretty tough to, when you're paying up at captain, you can only fit in like one or two studs. Because if instead of Lowry, if you wanted to go up to like Thompson, that's $500 you're going to have to eat. So you're probably going to have to take out Powell, and then at 3,100 maybe go with like Livingston. So it gives you a little more flexibility instead of Green if you want to play. You can't even play Steph Curry there. But you're probably you're probably going to want to take out Fred VanVleet at 5,400 just because, he was shooting unconscious from 3, 4 of 5, 7 of 9, 3 of 3. And he still wasn't putting up scores that would have like killed you. And now his price tag is up to 5,400. So I'm not a huge fan of VanVleet just because he is scoring dependent. And I am not expecting him to shoot this well from the outside, especially with Golden State. They do play big, especially if Cousins is in. They're going to play very big at the guard. Well, Curry's not that big, but Thompson is very big for a shooting guard. It's like 6'7". Iggy's pretty big. Green and then Cousins, those are both big guys. So it's going to be tough for the Raptors to play VanVleet significant minutes since he's undersized. And it's probably going to be impossible for them to play both Kyle Lowry and VanVleet next to each other because both guys are undersized, and that would be a liability on defense. So instead of him, if I play Powell here, that gives you a lot more money that you can probably go with one more one more high-priced guy. So if you do something like that, instead of Thompson, you can't go up to Green. Maybe you can go up to Green, and then you would want to take out Kevin Looney and then play Ibaka. So yeah, actually it's not that bad if you want to pay up at captain for like a guy like Kawhi Leonard who's probably gonna take a ton of usage. He's definitely on a mission. He's been on a mission this postseason. And there's a way that the Golden State could just focus on him and trap him and make his life miserable. And the Warriors are favored. So, and with the amount of ownership Leonard's going to get, I don't mind like going a different way, especially on DraftKings where it's very tough to build a unique lineup. Something like this I think is pretty good if you're making a captain, if you're paying up at captain. And then if you want to pay down at captain, I like Norman Powell here, mainly because he has upside. He's pretty cheap at 5,400 for the captain spot. And with Danny Green's continued struggles, he's going to get some more minutes. And like I said, if it's going to be tough for the Raptors to play VanVleet and Lowry together. Powell is a lot bigger than VanVleet and is a better defender. So he just needs some more minutes, especially if VanVleet goes back to struggling. But Powell has shown ability to get you 30-plus DraftKings points in the last series, and he was extremely aggressive when he was on the court. You continue to chuck. So if you do something like this, then you can pay all the studs that you want. You can play all the studs that you want, like go Kawhi, go Curry, go Draymond, go with Klay Thompson, 2,400 left. play Sean Livingston, who's been seeing 15 to 20 minutes as the backup point guard and backup 2 guard. And he has the ability to get you like 6x the salary. And if the game does turn into a blowout, he will see some extra run in the fourth quarter during garbage time. So something like this, I think, is really good if you want to pay down a captain, because you're getting all the studs, especially if Cousins sits. Curry, Green, and Thompson get all the usage on the Warriors. You're getting all of them here, as well as Kawhi Leonard on the other side. And the Warriors play these guys an insane amount of minutes. Like in close games, they play well over 40 minutes. All three of them have played well over 40 minutes in these close games against the Trailblazers there. So I feel like it's a good spot to do something like this and pay down a captain. So that's what I kind of like for Fanduel. And then, for DraftKings. And then if we go over to FanDuel's a different animal because it's a lot easier to get your own lineup on FanDuel with you're differentiating with 3 spots instead of on DraftKings where you just differentiate with 1 spot. But on FanDuel against the Trailblazers series, multiple times on FanDuel, a lineup consisting of Curry, Green, and Thompson in the 3 spots, in the 3 multipliers, won first place. With this game being in Toronto, I don't think many people will do something like this. So I have no problem doing something like this, especially if you think the game is going to blow out and the Warriors are going to run away with it. So if you do something like this, you're getting all the exposure to the Warriors that are going to dominate the usage. And on FanDuel, DeMarcus Cousins is almost a lock at 6,000 if he plays, and if he's going to play 20 minutes. He's a lock at 6K because everybody else in this price range is guys that are going to see no minutes or going to see minutes under 20. And Cousins is a per minute guy, per minute monster. So if you do something like this, then you could play Siakam here. So this lineup is pretty contrarian because you're getting all 3 guys, all 3 Warriors in your top 3 spots, as well as you're fading Kawhi, who's probably going to be 75% owned on FanDuel. And you're getting a guy in Siakam. You're playing him that has the ability to get you like as many points as Leonard does on a bad night, and he can get you, or if not, he can get you close enough to Kawhi Leonard where the point per dollar is worth it playing Siakam over Leonard. So I have no problem doing something like this. Or if Cousins is out, you go play Livingston, right? Or if you want to play Kawhi, you could do Kawhi here. I would do Kawhi, Curry, Green, and then probably punt with like Powell. And if Cousins is in, play Cousins, or instead of Powell, play like Ibaka. So like that's like what you are kind of forced to do if you play Kawhi at captain. At the 2x spot, and it's pretty likely that a lot of people, like thousands and thousands of people, are going to have that same lineup. So that's why I would probably, if I'm just playing one lineup, I would do something like this where I get all the exposure to the Warriors. And then I also get the exposure to the Raptors that has the most likely ability to get you as many points as Kawhi does or get you close enough to Kawhi. So that's something on FanDuel I would go with. And on DraftKings, I didn't really mention what I would do if Cousins is in. So Cousins is $7,000 on DraftKings. We would kind of need to know how many minutes he's going to play. But the more minutes that Cousins plays if he's in, the more minutes that Gasol is more viable because with Cousins on the court, they're probably going to have to play Gasol there just with the size of the Golden State when they play Cousins and Green together. And Gasol is only $6,000 on DraftKings, and he has the ability to put up a monster score. So if I do something like Gasol, then you have 2,400 left. Instead of Livingston, you could go up to Kevin Looney, who even if Cousins isn't viable because he's not going to play a ton of minutes, you could play Looney. You should still see heavy minutes, and Jordan Bell should probably get no minutes in this scenario. Or if you know that that Cousins is going to play more minutes, like if he plays 20 minutes, he can easily put up like over 30 DraftKings points. So I had no problem doing that, and that's also when Cousins is going to play, that's going to take away minutes and production from, not minutes, but it's going to take away production from Draymond Green, as he's going to get a lot of less rebounds, obviously, and he's probably not going to have the ball in his hands a lot, and he's going to be like the 4th option on offense besides those 3 to shoot the ball. So I have no problem not playing Draymond Green if Cousins is in. And then in this scenario, I'd probably want to go up from Looney because I don't want to play both Looney and Cousins in my lineup. Definitely just want to play one of them. I would do something like this, where you get exposure to both Gasol and Cousins that are going to cheap, and both are probably going to be on the court together. You get your cheap guy at captain, and you also get the studs in Curry, Leonard, and Thompson. So a lot of different ways to go. It's all going to depend on DeMarcus Cousins news, though. So I'll update this, keep you guys updated if Cousins is out. But like I said, I think he's going to play limited minutes, or if he does play at all, he's going to play limited minutes. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and got some useful information out of it. So thanks for watching, and good luck today. Or good luck on Thursday, I mean.